and do the damn thing that you've been wanting to do. Stop waiting. What's good? My name is Tyson. I hope you're doing well. Let's get into this. So the first thing I want you to do when it comes to shifting your life, that accountability is the very first thing that you got to do, baby, okay? Knock out this BS, knock out this fear, take accountability and say to yourself right now, I want to shift my life forever. Because blaming yourself on your past, blaming yourself for anything that went wrong, that didn't happen in your life, is not accountability, okay? That is living in victim mentality, and we don't do that over here on this channel, okay? We empower ourselves over here, okay? So we'll do whatever work we got to do to empower ourselves, because I remember being in a place of trauma. Okay, we all have it. But I was so much in blame and shame of why I didn't have what I had and blah, 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 blah. It's comfortable for me to be in shame. It was comfortable for me to be in trauma. And so many times on this spiritual journey, you know, you hear so many people talk about spiritual awakenings or healing themselves or whatever, but you can get so stuck in that for real that you don't end up doing a damn thing. You just end up sitting in yourself and not moving or taking action. You're built up with fear. That is not going to change you or to make you into the best person that you can be, okay? And here's the second thing that I want to talk about. Your self-concept is what creates your outer reality. When we take radical acceptance for our change in life and what we want to do to shift our lifestyle, our perspective, whatever it is that you're looking to change, when you decide that you want to do that, now you can create a new reality. And this new reality says that I can become whoever I want to be. Now think about this. If you are someone who's always wanted something for yourself, right? Doesn't matter what it is. Have you shown up as that person for real? And most of us have not, okay? I'm gonna get into it. Most of us have not changed because our mindsets is so warped in fear and negativity and what could happen, future catastrophizing about negative things that haven't even happened yet and probably never will happen, because it is what is part of the comfort zone. See, our brains are built and our bodies are built just as humans that we want to remain safe, okay? But sometimes safe is not always good. It doesn't promote growth. So when you sit on something, like let's say you want to start a YouTube channel and you've never done it, and you sit in that pain all day long and you murmur and complain about why other people have successful YouTube channels and you don't, or why they have that business and you don't, or why they have that partner and you don't, but you don't look within yourself to say, what areas in me are not happy with where I am and what decisions can I make to choose to change my life? That's up to you. And this is where I felt fault, because I was in a place where I wasn't making videos. I was living in imposter syndrome a lot because I had a lot of shadow work that I needed to work on. And we're going to get into that now. So what is shadow work? Shadow work is whenever you have limiting beliefs, fears, any type of just, low vibe type stuff that you just don't want to feel anymore. But they've held you for so long in your life. Sometimes this comes from our childhood. Sometimes this comes from just society, but it holds you down into not being the best version of yourself. So here's an example. For me, I always had an insecurity with my voice at one point in my life, right? I didn't like it because it was raspy and people made fun of it. And so it prevented me from making videos. And I remember on my Instagram, I took down all of my videos at one point, and I only had pictures of it. And it's because I felt like people were going to make fun of my voice. But once I started to do the shadow work, I started to understand that those voices were not even mine that were making fun of me. Those were voices from kids at school. Those were voices from just, negative voices in my own head that was like, girl, you can't speak well, or that people are going to make fun of you, or, you don't know what you're talking about, so you might as well just shut up. Once I broke through that and I started posting again, I started to feel more confident in myself. But it's only because I took out what needed to be taken out. Okay? So I want you to think to yourself, what are some low limiting beliefs that I carry within inside of me that is preventing me from moving forward? Is there a goal or a dream of mine that I'm only just wishing and I'm not actually putting into action? These two questions are really going to help you, especially the first one, because once you work through the limiting beliefs, you'll be able to get to the second question, because your dreams can only happen when you take action towards them. Okay. So this could be simple. Shifting your mindset, deciding that you're going to start writing down blocks that you've been having for years and years that's prevented you from living your dream as an artist, whether this is music or whether this is painting. Because how is it that you're telling me that you want to go back to school for a certain degree? Or how are you telling me that you want to do a fashion line, but you're not looking at who are the top fashion people that are rocking right now? Why are you not creating content? Why are you not learning about creating content? Why are you not researching about that university that's your dream? This is part of the problem. A lot of us, when we get into, especially the manifestation community, that everybody wants to visualize, they want it just to drop out the sky. And it doesn't work like that. But what does work is when you do that, you combine your imagination, your visualization with some action. And it's not always getting up and hustling and busting your behind every day. Sometimes it's just deciding that I want to think different, deciding that let me watch this YouTube video to better myself in some type of way. Let me do this, let me do that to better myself in some type of way, okay? Now, if you feel like you're bettering yourself, you better smash that like button, okay, and get into it and subscribe to the tribe. Now, the last and final thing I want to talk about, do not allow your fear to stop you from progressing to the best life that you know that you deserve to live, okay? Now, fear is very normal for us because anytime that you are in a place of doing something uncomfortable, you're doing something new, you're doing something unknown, your fear is going to catapult you, okay? The unknown of your brain saying, girl, I don't know where the hell this path is going to go, but you better hold your horses before we end up in a worse situation than we are right now. Now, this is normal, but to break through this is to ask yourself, how bad do I really want it? That's something that I ask myself, okay? And anything that I'm feeling, anxiety, pain, whatever, over time, as you start to work through these shadow, blocks and through these limiting beliefs and these fears, that's why it's very important that you go through that first and take accountability. You'll be able to break through this stuff a lot easier. Your past does not define where you are today or where you're going tomorrow or where you'll be in a month from now. Okay? I have to tell myself this all the time. You do not have to repeat the old stories that you lived that was full of trauma, okay? You can make more money and you can make new friends and you can get into a new relationship. You can find the home of your dreams. You can manifest a new car. You can do whatever it is. Heal yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. You don't have to believe whatever you were trained in your childhood. You don't have to allow these things to warp your self-concept. You can change it and you can make a difference in your own life, okay? Now, if you enjoyed today's video, I hope that you follow me on here, but I also hope that you connect with me on Instagram because I do have other videos on there that are also empowering and just funny videos that you can tap into if you want to connect with me over there. Also, I have a free ebook called Helping You to Discover Your Purpose. It is down below in my description box. You can click that. It's completely for free, okay? All you gotta do is sign up. And that's really, really to help you. If you really want to tap into what you're supposed to be doing here or what you feel more connected to, I have great examples in there. I get real vulnerable, okay, about myself. So tap into that. And then also, I just want to say thank you for just being here, watching this video, bettering yourself because you're already on the way to changing that new self-concept.